Hey Paula, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Joyce Duvall. We're in New England and it's springtime and I love this time of year. We get outside and we get to visit our neighbors, but most of all I love it because my kids start to come home and they always want their home-cooked meals, and I love to make their home-cooked meals for them, and there's nothing that makes me happier actually. But I don't want to be in the kitchen the whole time because I don't get to spend as much time with them as I used to, so I want to come up with something that's really, really special but really, really fast. Thanks to Philadelphia cream cheese, I have come up with a recipe that has turned a regular dinner into something really special. Okay, this is going to be a PhillyBlue grilled steak sandwich. Yum, it's going to be really good. I have about 1.5 pounds of flank steak here that I'm going to just score it a little bit, just like this, just so that the steak doesn't curl up on you when you're grilling it. Just a little cross cut like that. Put a little bit of oil on there so that the seasonings stick to it. Rub it up real nice. Now heavily season this with salt and pepper, and we're ready to grill it. Now this is going to take about 4 minutes on each side if you like yours medium rare, which I do. So I'm going to put it on the grill. I'll show you what comes up next. Okay, I've got my pan going here on the grill. It's nice and hot. Tiny little bit of canola oil. You can see I've got some onions sauteing here in a little bit of butter and salt and pepper because I'm thinking maybe I want some grilled onions, maybe some caramelized onions on my steak. So I'm going to put this steak, this beautiful flank steak, oh yeah, right on my grill. Now, for the crowning glory of this sandwich, this cream cheese spread that I came up with to put on top of some delicious grilled ciabatta bread. Okay, so we take out 2 8-ounce packages of Philadelphia cream cheese. The main part of this, so good. And about 1 cup of mayonnaise. This cream cheese was nicely softened too. About 8 ounces of blue cheese. Now I'm going to crumble this right into the cream cheese and mayonnaise. Oh yum, I love blue cheese. And there's nothing but beef and blue cheese and cream cheese. Mix those together. You just can't go wrong. Okay, got that all crumbled up now. Let me get my hands wiped off. Now we've got 1 tablespoon of Dijon style mustard right in, and horseradish, another unbelievable ingredient with steak. Now put it into taste. I like my horseradish, so I'm saying that's about 2 good tablespoons full of that. Now for seasoning here, I'm going to put in just a little bit of garlic powder. I'm going to say ½ teaspoon. I'm using the garlic powder because we're not going to cook this, and I like the garlic powder better with the cream cheese spread when you're not going to cook it. I like the powder. Okay, now, little pepper. Well, okay, a lot of pepper. I like a lot of pepper. And some salt. Careful of the salt. Remember, we got the cheese in there, and we don't want to over salt it. You're going to want to taste it first. Mash that all up like that. This is nice. It makes a lot of the spread, and you know, when the kids come back, the friends come to visit, and you just never know how many kids are going to end up, or people you're going to end up with for dinner. Friends, friends of friends, girlfriends, old girlfriends, new girlfriends. They all show up when there's food, so I made a lot of this. Now, one thing that I think really is good with this is freshly grated, very finely grated on the side, the small grate side of a box grater, and you want to just grate up about 1/4 of a cup maybe. Probably about 2 tablespoons, because this grate's really fine. I know you're thinking I'm getting very emotional. I'm so excited about my children coming home. But I'm not. The onion. And you want to slice this as paper thin as you can get it. Just like that. Then you can pile it up on your sandwich and it tastes really yummy. Like my fork. This is the fork I give my youngest son to eat with when he comes home. He's 280, 6'5". He needs a big fork. I'm going to keep slicing this up and we're going to put together our sandwich in just a minute. Okay, here we are. We're ready to put it together. And I've got our cream cheese spread with the blue cheese and the grated onion and the horseradish, little Dijon. This is the best. I'm not kidding. Okay. We've got this nicely toasted up, nicely brown. I like mine extra brown, as you can see. And we're going to spread that all over this side, both sides of this ciabatta bread. Now it's still a little warm. It's going to start to melt nicely into the bread. Oh, so good. Okay, we're going to take some of our flank steak here and just start to pile it up all down this ciabatta bread on top of this unbelievable Philadelphia cream cheese spread. This, it's just a grilled sandwich, you say. But when you go to a little trouble and you put something special like this cream cheese spread on here, this really steps it up, takes it to a whole nother level. They're going to think that you spend as much time on this as any home-cooked meal you've ever made for them. And look how easy that is. A little piece down here. Can't forget the little ends here. Now you can put, obviously, any toppings on here that you want. I love the sauteed onions. These caramelized onions on top of beef. Look at that. I love these onions. There you go. Can you see that? Look at that. Okay. Now, I've got some mixed greens here. And these I'm just going to put just a little bit of olive oil on top. Some really good balsamic vinegar. Just a little bit, like that. Little pepper. Little salt. And we're going to toss that up. And it's going to be our next layer. That balsamic vinegar gives it a really nice tang too. So I'm going to take these greens right on top like that. Ooh, look how pretty that is. This has arugula in it and some mash and different flavors of greens. That the arugula is really peppery. It's got the spinach in there and it really perks up this whole. Okay, here we go. We're going to cut into this beautiful grilled PhillyBlue grilled steak sandwich. I don't know how many of the kids it's going to feed, but I know they're going to be very happy. Finish now. Look at that beautiful, beautiful sandwich. That was such an easy meal, but it was made so special by this really delicious cream cheese spread that I was able to come up with. I've been able to find such wonderful recipes using the Philadelphia cream cheese. It's really brightened up all of my recipes. So now I've got this sandwich, and you can see how much of this it made, which is a good thing because I've got more ciabatta bread and more steak, and I'm going to go make some more. Now, if I had any cameramen, they'd be very happy right now. Bye-bye.